You like to stories in the holiday season of real achievement.
Yeah.
People with incredible accomplishments. Sure. You love that
Start
type of
the
story.
music.
Leah Thomas. Leah Thomas, she's 22 years old. She smashed 2 U.S. swimming records in Akron, Ohio.
Oh, you mean the dude that's now swimming for the women's team?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. She defeated Anna Sophia by 38 seconds.
38
in
seconds.
In a swim
Wow,
meet.
that's almost
a lot.
like it's almost like he has more muscle tone.
You
or
keep saying
testosterone.
he by mistake, but it's she, Leah Thomas.
Well, she is in she. You know what I'm saying? I'm just leaving off the first S for savings.
She won another race by 14 full seconds.
Mm-hmm.
She competed in a women's swimming event and broke all the records.
Huh.
And wow, what an accomplishment for the holidays for Leah Thomas.
That is really good. That is,
who looks 100% like a woman. And I
a
want to
beautiful
make sure
woman?
that you know.
A beautiful woman?
She looks beautiful and could compete with Caitlyn Jenner for the most beautiful
we should
woman
send her
award.
to compete in the Olympics. I mean, if we're going to go there, let's make use of this, okay?
Yeah.
Let's send all of our he's to the Olympics and see what the Chinese have to say about it. I'm really upset about this whole, we're going to do a ambassador boycott, I'll tell you that right now. Diplomatic boycott. We're not going to have a cocktail party and no American weenies for the Chinese to munch on, I'll tell you that right now. None of our embassies. No, sir. A diplomatic boycott. Oh, that's got to hurt.
You're not torn on this at all. There's no
Nope.
part of you that's torn on this.
Nope.
I mean, you're an athlete. You've prepared.
I am.
Not
Thank
you.
you.
I'm saying I'm giving you a hypothetical situation
all right.
here. You are
Okay.
not an athlete, but
All
the
right.
hypothetical situation, you are an athlete. You've worked your entire life.
I have.
Basically, 80 hours a week training for this event.
Yes.
And because of no fault of your own,
No fault of your own.
you are now told you're not allowed to go to the event.
I'm thinking, okay, I'm an athlete. I've worked 80 hours a week.
Your entire life.
No, I don't need the music for this. Okay. I'm just thinking,
Now,
I've worked my entire life, and they say, hey, go compete in China.
to defeat China,
To defeat
show them
China.
up, beat them, put them on the,
Right.
give them, so they're,
But
they're
without even saying anything about it.
without even saying anything about what.
Not making a statement. If I knew we were sending a bunch of Americans over there that would stand up and then, make a fist for the Uyghurs, then I would be fine with it. I'd
Maybe
be
they
fine
will.
with it.
I mean, they might not come back if they do that, but maybe they will do that.
They would come back. The United States would have a coronary.
Oh yeah, we're very tough and have a big backbone right now against China. You're right.
Seriously.
Yeah. No.
American citizens
Yes,
would
yes,
have a
that's
coronary. I mean, it was one thing with Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens didn't want to go. I mean, he was going to Berlin, and there was half the country said, don't go, don't go, don't go. But Jesse Owens was important to go. It was really important for him to go.
Oh, sure.
Because he was going to stand up against the German. And we knew there's a good chance he's going to win. That's a good thing, a slap in Hitler's face. This is not a slap in Xi's face. This isn't a slap in... this is us just going along as we always go along.
Maybe. I mean, I think... First of all, if you can beat their asses, I mean, that's sending them quite the message. And I don't know enough about these games to know if we will or not. Frankly, I don't follow it all that closely. But I like the idea of us beating them. But beyond that, like just as it's your whole life's work is leading to this one moment, and then your country tells you, an individual, no, you're not allowed to travel. I mean, that is not exactly the most American concept of freedom that I've ever heard.
I'm going to wrap them all in swaddling clothes. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all of the athletes, and I'm going to wrap them in swaddling clothes.
You don't care about this because you're not an athlete. And you don't know anything about athletic competition.
I can understand, but we're talking about evil. It's not like we're talking. It was the Soviet Union. It was the Nazis, and it's China. they all fit in. Would we have been proud if we would have been like, hey, they've built a new stadium right next to the killing fields. Let's all go. We wouldn't have done it.
You know, there are thousands and thousands of American businessmen in China right now doing their jobs.
Right, and I think we should reevaluate this, and we can maybe start with the Olympics. I mean, we should start with the things we don't have to do. Start with the things we don't have to do.
You don't obviously have to do the Olympics, but it's we can show symbolic victories against them. I mean, it is a propaganda situation. And again, I think not sending your diplomats says something. They're pissed off about it. We know that. China's pissed about this. Now, it doesn't matter at all to me. Honestly, if we didn't even have any more diplomats, we'd probably be better off. But, you know, this is something that means something to China.
Here's what would have happened years ago. If we would have done one in Russia, which we didn't.
We did in what was it? In 80, we was it 84 was here, and the Soviets boycotted, and we boycotted in 80. Was it 1980? I'm forgetting the years, but we boycotted them at one point.
We did.
Yeah.
So imagine back then, ABC, NBC, whoever would have had the Olympics. Let's say it was, you know, Dr. Pink Eye is covering the Olympics again. What's his name?
Oh, Bob Costas?
Yeah. It's the only thing It's the only thing I can remember.
How do I know what he means? Yes, he had pink
that's
eye.
all anybody remembers from that year of Olympics.
Yes.
It's like, oh my gosh, what is that? Anyway, if he would have been broadcasting, if he would have gone over to the Soviet Union, they would have been broadcasting, they would have had all kinds of stories about how awful and oppressive that was, and how much of the stuff we have to say is because we have monitors with us, and they'll threaten to pull us off at any time. We all would have known that, and they would have made a big deal before and after. Okay, now NBC, Universal, you think they're going to be ABC, Disney? You think they're going to say anything about how bad China is?
But they're all going there. All the broadcasters are going to go there. We're not going to stop them. They're all going to cover the games. We're not going to stop that.
And we can
all the sponsorships are going to go through. Yeah, but we can do that. That's our choice.
Yeah.
But the country making that choice for these athletes and these athletes only. I mean, again, I would say I'm torn on it, but I mean, it's a tough one because I mean these people have nothing to do with this. They've worked their asses off with the promise that if you're good enough, you're going to go to the Olympics. And then a couple weeks before, we're like, yeah, I know all of your life's work's led to this moment, but no. I mean, it's a tough place to put an individual American citizen who might want to make a different choice. We don't stop people from traveling there, going on vacation. They don't need to go on vacation there. I mean, we don't stop that. We let people go where they want to go, and this is the one time we're going to change. I don't know. I do see what you're saying. It would send a very strong message.
You're representing the United States of America.
Our relationship with China is different than our relationship with the Soviet Union, and if you want to change that,
I think we should.
Right,
we were on that path.
If you do that in advance, I can understand that stance, but that's not our current state. If it was in North Korea right now, we wouldn't be sending anybody, right?
Right.
You know, we wouldn't. Now, I don't know why they wouldn't even. They can't even build a hotel, let alone a stadium.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it would not be a good one. Hey, our javelin ran out of javelins. Here, use this person that we've kept in a concentration camp as a javelin now.
Javelin target.
Yeah, I mean, just bad.
Yeah, no. So I do understand what you're saying, but you have to have some sympathy for these athletes. I mean,
I do have sympathy, but I have more sympathy for the people that are looking for someone to give them some light at the end of the tunnel, that somebody recognizes them, that somebody says, enough.
Oh, well, LeBron James recognizes him. He just doesn't care.
Okay.